everybody! A few weeks ago, I published a video where I recommended this camera as the best camera to start in the business of making videos and even photos, the Lumix G85. I get some requests asking me about this camera, asking me for more details, like to make a review. One person told me, Mario, with so many good cameras on the market, why are you recommending this camera that is 7 years old? Well, it is true, it has 7 years old. However, it was one of the cameras produced by Panasonic where you feel that they made it with love. And that means that this camera, today in 2024, still is considered as an option. So in this video, we're going to talk about this excellent camera, the Panasonic Lumix G85. I'll start by talking about the general characteristics of the camera. The Lumix G85, or G80 as it is called in Europe, it's a hybrid camera, which means that it has special features for photography and for video, which is necessary in today's cameras. This camera has a micro four thirds sensor, so it's a crop sensor, which means that the lenses that you put will be duplicated. That means that 12mm lens will look like a 24mm lens. And the good thing about this is that if you want a big zoom, a 300mm lens, for example, will look like a 600mm lens. Just there you're saving a lot of money since a 600mm lens is very expensive. Now for the haters that are gonna come out saying that the crop sensor is not good, there are Hollywood movies made with crop sensor cameras like the Red, the Arri cameras. The Sony a6700 has a crop sensor and it costs more than $1,500. The Canon EOS R10 or the R7 have crop sensors and cost more than $1,000. So another crazy thing about this camera is that it's weather sealed in case it rains or if there is a lot of dust. Of course, if you're in the middle of the Amazon jungle and there is a torrential rain, you better keep it on the back, right? Now, speaking of the jungle, speaking of traveling, the Lumix G85 is small, which makes it very cool for traveling and street photography. It is funny that at the time this camera came out, many photographers said that it is very small, then they didn't like it. And nowadays, small cameras are a trend. You can see the new Leica, the Fujifilm X100V. They are so trendy that even Nikon and Canon are bringing out the pocket cameras. How are the things in this world, aren't they? The Lumix G85/80, because I have followers in Europe too. Well, this camera has customizable buttons, which is very cool because it saves you a lot of time. You no longer have to go in the menu all the time. If you think about it, these are features for professional cameras. Lots of little things and details that will help you as a professional, so this camera is really cool. Another thing is that this camera comes with a lens. These lenses are known as kit lenses. It is a 12 to 60mm lens, so it's a zoom lens, and let me tell you something, it is very good. Actually, I'm using this lens for all the B-rolls and photos in this video, so you can see the quality, which is very good. So the camera also has a 3-inch LCD touchscreen, and the cool thing is that it is articulable. That gives you a lot of flexibility for photos with difficult angles and also video and vlogging. Okay, remember that I mentioned that the camera is a hybrid camera. Well, let's talk about the capacity of this camera for photography and video, and we're gonna start talking about photography. The Lumix G85 has a 16-megapixel sensor, which sounds small, but actually it makes this camera very good for video. And let me tell you that the myth that more megapixels is better than fewer megapixels is a total lie. I will leave you a video here where I explain everything about megapixels, so check it out before you leave hate comments, come on! The camera has a dual stabilization, which is the characteristic for Lumix cameras because nobody can beat them. They are the best in stabilization. And it is dual because it has a stabilization in the body and also in the lenses. That is really excellent. I have a 300mm lens, which on this camera looks like a 600mm lens because of the crop sensor. And let me tell you that the pictures are really good. They are very sharp without any tripod, just using the camera's stabilization. Obviously, with the G85, you can shoot in RAW for professionals who want more flexibility in editing, and it gives you a maximum photo size of 4592 by 3448 pixels. Where will you use such a big photo? That is why I told you that 16 megapixels is not a problem. Remember that we're talking about a camera for those who want to start in this world of photography and videography, so don't kill me in the comments. The camera's manual system is like any professional camera and is very easy to use. You also have the option to add histogram to the screen, the zebra line so that you can see the exposure. It allows you to put the grid to help you also with the composition of your photos. It has functions such as bracketing, which allows you to take photos with different exposures and then it's going to put it together and give you an amazing photo. Allows you to take panoramic photos. It has a photo mode called 4K mode that allows you to take photos at 30 frames per second. You're gonna be able to take photos of sports, animals moving very fast, etc. What else can I tell you? It is practically a professional camera at a super affordable price. But now let's talk about video. Obviously, it allows you to record 4K videos at 30 FPS and 100 megabits per second. In other words, a wide range of color and the image quality is really good. The internal stabilization of this camera for video is crazy, and if you combine it with the stabilization of the lenses, it's even better, so it's really good. It also comes with a jack so that you can plug in microphones, which is always appreciated because everybody knows that the internal microphones of the cameras are really bad. Now, if you like to color grade your videos and want to record in log, this camera doesn't allow you to record in vlog, which are the Lumix log files, but it does have two intermediate options called Cine-like D and Cine-like V. They're like half log, but they're still good and they're easier to color grade if you want to give your videos this cinematic look. Now, if you don't want to color grade, or maybe you don't have time to color grade, but you still want good quality straight from the camera, then you can choose from several styles that comes with the camera. The one that I use the most is standard and also natural. It also has the time-lapse option, which is really cool because when you attach it to your videos, make your videos more attractive. And it even allows you to do stop motion that gives a creative touch to your videos. Now, to put the cherry on the top, you can record unlimited video. There is nothing like, oh my god, after 30 minutes it's going to run out, it's gonna turn off. No, unlimited video recording. What more can you ask? Now, talking about the price, I found it in Amazon for less than $700 with the kit lens, and if you add $50 more, it comes with a backpack with a lot of accessories. It's like crazy. I will leave you a link in the description with the best price that I found. And obviously, if you want to buy the camera and you use the link below, you're gonna help me, you're gonna help the channel, you're not gonna pay anything extra, you're gonna get the best price, like everybody wins. In conclusion, it's an amazing camera. Some people are saying that the autofocus is not good, and it's true, autofocus is not the best, but there are a lot of options here in the camera that can help you with that. And if you're gonna do a video like this one, just talking in front of the camera and you're not moving much, actually it is okay. On the other hand, it is a good camera that I highly recommend. I have many cameras and with time I end up selling them, buying new ones, but this camera stayed with me for all these 7 years. And I'm not even close to selling it. You get nostalgic with the camera, no? Let me know what do you think about this camera. If you have any questions about it, and if you already have it, tell me in the comments what is your experience. And now, until next week.
Baby, we are the pilots.